Alright, so I ain't even come on here and talk about game one. My bad. But real quick, the Denver Nuggets absolutely manhandled the Heat. And I mentioned it in my little prediction joint that Miami's little and that they, it's probably gonna get moved around a lot. But at least early on in that game, that ain't even manifested itself with Jokic necessarily. It was really Aaron Gordon. He came out tweaking. He looked like a top 5 pick, to be honest. That wasn't meant to be no shot. I promise that wasn't a shot. But he was absolutely punishing them down low. Outside of that, Jokic played great. He was absolutely destroying Cody Zeller in game 2 as well. I'm going to be honest. Miami going to have to stop putting Zeller in that situation. He cannot hang. Jamal Murray was great. The role players were great. They put it all together. I ain't going to lie, on both ends. And for the Heat, they shot absolutely terribly. Caleb Martin made his Eastern Conference Finals performance look like a complete fluke. Max Strus made no shots. Jimmy was mid. It was bad. It wasn't that good. Bam was good. He was aggressive. Let me put it that way. He was very aggressive. Shot 80 shots, but he was very aggressive, and I love to see that. Overall, though, it just wasn't the best performance from the Heat. But with that being said, I personally was slightly encouraged from that game because for as bad as they were, they only lost by 10, 11? Something like that. Not that much. It wasn't that bad of a loss considering how bad you played. And I'm pretty sure that, you're relatively confident you're not going to shoot that poorly back-to-back games. Then game 2 runs around. Max Strus is making everything. Duncan Robinson takes over. Bam still aggressive. Gabe Vincent cooking. And then you had the biggest and most obvious adjustment made going into the game, which was putting Kevin Love into the starting lineup, which I did bring him up real quick in my prediction joint, but it was more so in guarding Jokic. But they actually put him in to guard Aaron Gordon, which is so smart. And it actually worked. It limited his effectiveness because Kevin Love is a big dude at the end of the day, so he not just easily moved. And doing so allowed Jimmy Butler to more often take on the Jamal Murray assignment. Now, the biggest thing that the Heat did defensively is shift their focus towards everybody else on the Nuggets more so. And it goes back to what I mentioned in the video before and what Steve Kerr has actually alluded to a few times in the past couple years. If you force Jokic to be the scorer instead of the passer, it kind of holds back the Nuggets offense a little bit. Not in terms of Jokic sucks or anything. It's just if he's the one doing the bulk of the scoring, then that means his other guys either cold or they just ain't got no rhythm. And you absolutely need that if you want a chance at beating the Denver Nuggets. Because if all of that guys going for real, you probably going to lose. Especially if you the Heat, to be honest. I don't really think they can keep up with the Nuggets if they're firing on all cylinders. It's a very interesting strategy to have to tell the best player on the planet Earth to just go score. But more often than not, it has worked. And we'll see if it can continue to do that moving forward. The Heat definitely do continue to surprise me. I ain't going to lie. I ain't think they was going to go to Denver and win the game. They've already done something that the Lakers couldn't. Y'all already know who I got winning the series in general, but like I said, Miami gonna find a way to make this interesting, and they did it a lot quicker than I expected, so I'm intrigued.